Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Carlton Lewis, your Atlanta real estate agent, coming to you live and direct. And this video, we are going to talk about 5 things you need to know moving to Atlanta. Number 1, you need to choose if you want to live inside or outside of the perimeter. The way that Atlanta looks on the map, you see Atlanta in the middle, and then you see a perimeter highway around it. It's called 285, Interstate 285. And if you're going to live inside of that perimeter, it's different than living outside of that perimeter. I like to say that Atlanta is broken down into city centers. And what that means is the way Atlanta is population-wise, there are really in the city of Atlanta about 500,000 people, right? But on the outskirts of Atlanta and the other cities around it, the total metro comprises just about approximately 7 million people. The metro includes several counties, including Cobb, Fulton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, Forsyth, Henry, Clayton, several other counties, Douglas. So Atlanta, I consider Atlanta to have different little city centers. There are some places that you can live in the metro part of Atlanta and you have all the things that you would need in that area, and you don't even have to come to the city of Atlanta. There's all types of food, shopping, many things to do. So it just depends if you want to live inside of the perimeter. A lot of people live inside of the perimeter, typically younger. The city inside of the perimeter is a bit faster, but outside of the perimeter is more for families. It's more suburban. So they tend to slow up a little bit as you go further out of the city. Now, it's still busy in some of the metro parts. So you have the main city of Atlanta, and then you have a lot of cities inside of counties outside of Atlanta. So you have a city where I live at, it's called Smyrna. You have Marietta, Mableton, you have Powder Springs, Acworth, Kennesaw. These cities are all a part of Cobb County. Inside of Fulton, and some parts of the city of Atlanta is also inside of Cobb County as well. Inside of Fulton County, you have several cities as well. You have Sandy Springs, parts of Dunwoody is in Fulton County, Roswell, Alpharetta, the city of South Fulton. So there are different cities inside of Fulton County, as well as some of the other counties that surround the city of Atlanta. The number 2 thing that you need to know when you are considering a move to Atlanta is whether you are going to buy a house or rent a house. There are plenty of apartments here in Metro Atlanta. If you're going to live in the city of Atlanta, it's going to be more expensive. So if you think about, again, that image of Atlanta being a city and then the circle around the city, that ITP, OTP, inside the perimeter, outside of the perimeter, the rents are going to be more inside of the perimeter than they are outside of the perimeter. Definitely keep that in mind. If you're going to buy a house, you need to think about where you want to live. Schools. Atlanta has some really good schools. Cobb County, where I live, has some of the best schools. A lot of people move to Alpharetta and also Gwinnett County as well for their school systems. Either way, if you choose to buy or rent, you are going to want to consider number 3. Here's the 3rd thing that you need to know. Unless you move somewhere in the city where there is public transportation, then you are going to need access to a car. I'm not saying that you need a car, but you're going to need to have access to a car. So Uber and Lyft are very big services here in Metro Atlanta. We do have public transportation. However, it's not very expensive once you leave Fulton County and like some of the surrounding counties. If you go further out, there's no public transportation, but Uber, Lyft, Run, you have cabs, you have all different kind of things happening, limo services, so you definitely have car services. However, the public transportation with the bus and the train is limited. Number 4 is the cost of living. Believe it or not, Atlanta, as fast as it's growing, is still more affordable than some other major cities in the country, such as San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles. So keep that in mind. And that is one of the reasons many people are moving here, because it is still more affordable. You can still buy more. You have more purchasing power here in Atlanta. And that brings us to number 5, the economy. Atlanta's economy is booming. It is still booming. There are major companies here, several Fortune 500 companies, and people are still moving here because there are jobs, and the cost of living is not as high as some other cities in the United States. You're going to want to stay tuned because I am going to be releasing a cost of living in Atlanta, Georgia video pretty soon. And so stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to continue to bring this shareable information so that you'll have it and you can share it with your friends who may be thinking about moving to Atlanta. The more information that you know, the better. So check out some other videos about moving to Atlanta as well. There are plenty of other things, but these are just 5 that I came up with that you would need to know. And I am a native of this city, 51 years, so I can tell you a lot about it. I can tell you some of the great neighborhoods, and I can tell you some neighborhoods you probably are going to want to avoid as well. So definitely stay tuned to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you're feeling it and you got some information from it. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment below. I want to know what you think about Atlanta. If you're considering moving to Atlanta, reach out to me. I can help you find a home, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I put out a new video. I look forward to doing more videos like these, this type of shareable content, as well as the home tours. So stay tuned to this channel. We'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace.